Retired Columbus Battalion Chief Mark DeVine has a unique collection of firefighting memorabilia.
I started with fire grenades originally and then just kind of branched out from there. They were pretty colors, they were glass bottles, and had a pint of water in them that you threw at a fire, which seemed totally useless to me. And I kind of collected them out of humor of the whole thing, to be honestly truthful with you.
He started collecting in the late 80s at fire shows. Today he does more buying online and has accumulated a large sampling of fire history.
I mean, I like the lanterns, I like the trumpets, the buckets, I like the whole history of everything. I think that was what intrigued me, because if you look at 150 years later, we're not doing them a whole lot different we did then. They still put water on fires through hose in the 1800s, and we still put water on fires through hose in the 2000s.
Fire hydrants are also an example of that.
The holly hydrant out there, those were started in the 1860s. I saw some still around in Columbus in the 1980s, so they served the city for a long time.
Of course, much progress has been made to alarm systems over time.
When a citizen would pull the fire alarm box, that signal would go to the fire alarm office, who would in turn send it to the fire station, and that would be hanging in the fire station, and that would chime out the bells. The indicator on it would print out the numbers. So they had both a visual and an audio alarm, and they know where the box to go to, and hopefully when they got there, the citizen would be standing there and tell them what the emergency was.
People also might better appreciate their local fire departments, knowing they phased out the use of fire marks.
Insurance companies way back when paid fire companies, volunteer companies, to put out house fires, and they put a plaque of their policyholders, and a lot of times they had the number of the policy on the plaque. They put that up on a house, usually between the first and second floor near the front door. So when the fire companies got there, they knew this house was insured by the company that they were being paid by. And they would put the fire out. If you didn't have the plaque on your house, then you didn't get the fire put out and your house burnt down. So that sold a lot of insurance policies.
From gala invitations to the old Columbus engine he keeps in storage, DeVine's collection is an example of a lifelong love of firefighting.
Really glad who my daddy was, because I probably would have not known about the fire service if it wasn't for him being involved. And I retired out of Battalion 3 in 2011. Same job my dad had, 2-unit Battalion 3. We both retired out of the same firehouse, same room, a few years later. And then my stepson, Derek Scott, came on in 2000. It was just a great, great career.